the mix. Hello, traders. Welcome to the stream. It's Thursday, and we got some good price action on Bitcoin. It'll be some of the best price action we have received in a couple weeks. I mean, we're going 18 minutes and change until the highest daily candle close until February 3rd, and they're keeping this thing propped up. They're not rugging it. Who knows? They might rug it, on the new day. Asia sells or something, but it's good. This is really good for now, but in actuality, right? You're still stuck between two key levels. And so far, all it's been is such a lack of demand from the buyers that they were unable to push the price to the key resistance. Such a lack of supply from sellers that they were unable to test the bottom of the range. So this is starting to get about as neutral as you can get via price action, most recent discernible events. But yeah, I mean, the one form of hopium you could look at is that Gartley. It's not a big deal, man. It's a 4-hour Gartley. I know there's a bigger Gartley, very nice. But I know Scott Carney wants 92K again. And I think that's like the big level. But like, dang, God forbid if they push the price lower and buyers come in before they can even test the level again, that's pretty good. But yeah, you would like to see a formal back test again. But they didn't. They front ran it. And now we're, again, you just had your highest 4-hour candle close since the 6th. And again, working on that highest daily close since like the 7th or whatever. So have you broken any key levels? Nah, no technical development today outside of good price action in between a level. Near the bottom, now you're running near the top. But what would make me feel a lot better about this is a clean break. There's so much here, even on the 4-hour, right? I mean, you have a supply line that goes back to the all-time high from January 19th. You've got the horizontal line support resistance from November, from December, Merry Christmas, you filthy animals, right? Remember? It's been support in January. It's been resistance in February. So the supply line, the horizontal line, support resistance, the 200 simple moving average is right around there. I mean, that's it. That's like when you can say definitively really good things are happening on the technicals. But that's asking a lot, isn't it? But what do we need? All we need to do all that, you just need to see Bitcoin go up 2% for a really nice technical development. 2 more percentage points of gains, and we'll be doing things.
LFG Canada tonight. Bitcoin only pumps if Canada wins. I don't make the rules. Canada.
Jared H., don't you mean America because you're about to be the 51st state or something? We will appreciate your maple syrup. It will be a staple of the American economy for sure. But I don't know if y'all get voting rights because we're not trying to just import a new California to the U.S. But hey, man, hype in the chat for Canada. Oops. Sorry, dude. But thank you for the contribution. For real. Okay, so that's where we are. I mean, it's cool. We are up $1,800, 1.85%. Very nice, but there's just things that have to be done for us to feel a lot better about it, and this just wasn't enough. It's 2 more percentage points will be good. But if you really want to get bullish, I mean, for real, crazy on bullish, oh, we're going all-time highs most likely, you need to break 103 cleanly. Volume maybe, something. Because that's taken out that discernible swing high from February 3rd, that bearish back test. I mean, that's when you could say, hey, no longer, because of the low we put in yesterday, are we making lower lows than the previous lows from February 3rd. That low is higher than the low we saw from January 13th. Wait, what's going on? So we have a high, a higher low, and maybe a higher low again. And then we can start saying, whoa, higher high than previous discernible swing high. And even if they couldn't hold it, a back test of 100K to pivot to reconfirm it as support will be wonderful. And just understand, in this such a choppy situation, they could do something like this. That would be like the optimum situation for a swing trader, we don't know if it'll happen. We just, you know, right? That's just, we never act like we know. We just know what the framework looks like when it's extremely actionable. We have an edge, greater than 50% chance of a particular outcome when certain things develop at certain key levels. So it'd be nice to get a type 2 on this local Gartley, but we just never saw it. Just like we never saw 99.3 between February 10th and 14th. Shoot, February 10th through 20th at this point. Hoping we see it. All right, you know the levels now. I think you've always known them, right? Looking at it, what do you want from me though, man? Like, you want me to live stream every day? Okay, well, I'm here, and I can't help that. Again, we talk about Bitcoin's a heart rate monitor, and it's been this way for 90 plus days. What is it for real now? Peaked out. Okay, November 22nd. All right, 90 days to the day. 3 months. Okay. All right, so that's Bitcoin. You know, the Wyckoff distribution schematic, we can look at it. It's still active. It's not like it's potential, right? Because they got to break into phase E for it to be a confirmed Wyckoff distribution schematic, right? Just like a head and shoulders, the neckline must break with confirmation until it's a real head and shoulders. Same thing. So the potential Wyckoff distribution schematic, it's still there. Potential. Complete invalidation above 103, I would think, right? But yeah, because like, hey man, a lower low is the most recent event. We could be just rivaling the previous highs and roll over again to make lower lows. So you just can't rule it out yet, but it's always good when we get a rally off the valley and we're rivaling the highs. I would just, can we win higher high, chat? We have not seen a higher high for real on Bitcoin, even locally, even like on the lesser joke time scales, since the all-time high January 20th. It has been an entire month since Bitcoin has seen a higher high. So please give me that, and I'll feel better about just saying screw this. It was reaccumulation the whole time, and you know, reaccumulation is that's the creek, right? So if you want a reaccumulation argument, you got to jump across the creek. And we haven't done that yet. So, and then the most sane, okay, the absolute most sane and normal way to interpret Bitcoin right now is it's just a range, man. We're just range bound, rectangling between 90K, 108K, and that's it. They have been unable to go test 91.9 again, as we saw on the 3rd. Remember, the 3rd was the largest liquidation event in crypto history. And here we are 3 weeks later, and everything's okay. Could be, again, reaccumulation starts becoming an idea when we jump across the creek. I just showed you the creek. That's the creek. We're close. We haven't even tested the creek yet. Okay, so, I mean, let's look at Bitcoin dominance, because like, for what Bitcoin's done today, you would think, dang man, altcoins probably did pretty well too, but not really. Bitcoin dominance up today, 0.25%. Guess just kind of meh. Going for a daily candle close back above that high from November 21st before the big correction. Alt season. Yeah, that was alt season. I mean, that was the alt run right there. So, okay. Flat kind of today, but still just the upper end of things. I mean, this was the target years ago. The Wyckoff accumulation schematic was perfect. Phase E, and here we are, completion of phase E, but it doesn't mean the trend's reversing. It just means you hit a price objective or percentage objective in this situation. And again, above 61% is 70% pretty much. You could say 68% fine, but 70% is a big one. Okay.
Since we started out on Bitcoin, let's go further into crypto.
Ethereum, perhaps you've heard of it. Remember what Vitalik tweeted? Make communism great again. How about we worry about your stupid joke coin first, and then we'll talk about communism? How about that? Is that fair, chat? Can we discuss communism? It was never good. It was always a murderous, authoritarian governance that enriched the people that were part of the state. That's where we were going. That's where the U.S. was going before Trump got back in, dude. It was like over. Yep, full control. We got a senile guy who's running the country, and you have this deep state being funded by USAID, slush fund, trillions of dollars of taxpayer money just bankrupting the country while the government took further control of every facet of society, every institution, all of it. And they were spreading that too across all of the West. And now the West doesn't have guns or free speech, so they can't really pivot like the US can. So it's really a foobarred situation. Anyway, so yeah, that's Vitalik though. He likes communism, and we're looking at his coin. So great. You still got the M shape. It's really nice here, but no confirmation, no forms of confirmation. So you're still flipping coins. Dude, you flip the coin, tails never fails. We might be on our way to freaking 3,400, but if it lands on heads, man, 24 or $2,100, and that's when things would start getting a lot more interesting for a long. We get price action like that at the PRZ price reversal zone of the sim shape. It would be a lot more compelling for a good long. Okay. That's it. That's your Ethereum. We made progress. I mean, I'm sorry, man. Every day I can't help that these charts are. I can't help that the charts, right? Or what? They are
Ideolated.
They're still ideolated. Okay, XRP. It's having a cool off from yesterday's outperformance. It's fine. But, you know, it broke out yesterday with an engulfing candle. Let's hope on the new day, you know, tonight, tomorrow, we get a nice follow-through candle off this 265 level. Hopefully they're just recapturing it and holding it as support, and then we run 290, 315. This one's a lot more promising than Ethereum, I'll give you that, just because of the strength. What it's been doing lately locally. Just a lot better of an asset than Ethereum, okay? But yeah, today, not so great, because yesterday it went up 7%. It was up 8% at the highs. So, all right, we want to break 272, and we're on the way to 290. Break 290, then we might be testing all-time highs faster than you think. That's right, Anthony. No Velocity Athlete stuff yet, but we're getting there. We're on the JV squad, right? Type 1 reaction levels are JV. Junior Velocity. Then we're going to be a contender for Velocity. Solana, hey. We're up, man, 4%. Yeah, they hit pretty much. I don't know. You didn't even hit the big point of the support resistance. I mean, I guess you could say that August 7th and 25th's high was tested, and that's where they're reacting. Going for a bullish engulfing candle, that's great. I mean, cool to see it's up, but it's the one that got devastated way worse than everything. Didn't we talk about yesterday they do something like this?
Grub tip $25. LCX weekly looks great. Signs of accumulation.
What's up, Grub, man? Thanks for 25. Yeah, we can look at LCX. Thank you, dude. Much love. I hope we can see some accumulation. Yeah, some actionable stuff on the stock market. Immigrant Son, thanks for the 354 super chat. I didn't even see that. You didn't leave a message, so it didn't say anything. So it was just kind of like I was going and we were flowing, and it was just came in, but I didn't see it. Thank you. Yeah, so all right. Nice green candle today. Any structure that's great? Nah, no good structure. Just because you have a green candle, maybe at a support resistance. Okay, that's cool. Up more than any other mega market cap of the big five or whatever. BNB is interesting, kind of, because they're trying to hold on to this 638 level. I guess if you're above 638, man, it could be awesome. Below it, you should retest 500 and get it over with. But you just got to admire positive price action correlation to this level. We've seen it before, right? This was, when they recaptured it and reconfirmed its validity as support, December 3rd, what happened? All-time highs happened. It just did. It occurred. So you're witnessing the exact same thing. They've recaptured the level, right? Now they're reconfirming it as support. So let's see if there's any sort of bullish implications of this technical event occurring, right? Technical event. I want Bitcoin to give me a technical event. We don't have one yet, right? Above 100K is a technical event. Not the strongest, but definitely one. A test of 92K is another technical event. We didn't quite get that, right? We just have that M shape there. We haven't had a technical event on Bitcoin since that. I really think since they maybe tested 99.4 as resistance. Really, they ran it up to 102.5 and reversed it, bearish back test. Those were the last two technical events you saw on this chart, on Bitcoin's chart. So, okay. But hey, BNB's got its own little event going on right now. Let's see if it catches follow through. That'd be great. You need to make a higher high. You haven't made a higher high, like legit. BNB has not made a higher high since all-time highs in early December. So we're talking, that is over 2 months since Binance Coin has made a higher high. Do something, man. Been waiting too long. Let's go. I would assume no one has heard of that, or it sounds really weird, but sounds very common in this space. Scamming's become a new thing of moral validity. Like, you can just do it now. And I saw something where it's like, man, what has happened to society? There is no more honor in society. So when there is no more honor in society, shame is a dulled blade. It no longer cuts somebody. That's where we are. That's definitely crypto. Shameless, scammy, joke rug pulls. My Dave Portnoy, my Hawk Tua, my Adam 22, my Melania, my Malay.
Jimmy tipped $25. Mitch, hope you and everyone watching is doing well. Would love your take on INTC. Thanks for everything. You deserve the world.
Dang, B Jimmy D. Thank you so much for 25. We can look at Intel. Well, the take on it was, what, a week and a half ago? That was when we had the take on it. It had things, it was bread and butter of a easy risk management situation. Trade setup got posted because of that. Target 1 got hit. Nice. But we'll take a gander. All right. Thank you, man. Thank you. Okay. So here we go, chat. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Bitcoin has just confirmed its highest daily candle close since February 3rd. So we did it, man. We did it, but it's not good enough yet. Okay. What you want to see on Bitcoin, if you really gave a crap, you want to jump across the creek, the supply line. You would want to see buyers break a supply line. Supply lines are they're not horizontal. They are diagonal lines established at tops. You get other anchor points that give you a valid trend line. You cannot have a trend line or a supply line without 2 touches. 1 touch, January 20th. Second touch, January 30th, 31st. 1 and 2. So that's a supply line that is valid. You want to see the buyers recapture that level at the same time, getting two birds stoned at once. You want to see that horizontal line level break, the psychological $100,000 level be broken. You would truly want some sort of back test, or, you know, just they chop around and we get something like that. And that is right there, a technical event that could save our lives. Okay? No more McDonald's Wi-Fi. We're good. Don't have to worry about joke scam coins anymore. Bitcoin's back. If we get something like this in the coming days, whatever. Until then, we're just range bound. We've been range bound. 92K, 99K, 100K, whatever. You see them. They're levels in the sand. We got to break one or the other. We got to test one, break one, do something. We haven't tested either level since February 7th. I was skiing in Breckenridge when that happened. Dude, we're not doing a health check Moodin coin. We did that yesterday. Okay, I guess we'll do it. All right, we'll do it real quick. Moodin coin. No, it's Moodin coin. Whoa, dude, Moodin coin. Bullish engulfing candle confirmed. Moodin coin was up 6.79% yesterday. Are we back, chat? If you recapture 6.3 cents, we might have to pull the, you know, the trigger of being back. This is scam coin, but if you ever wanted to take action on, this would be universal. This is not me saying long Moodin. This is me saying if you ever wanted to long anything, you would want to see the violation of a key level. Then you would want to see garbage price action below it, meaning the sellers just aren't there. Like they're trying, they're really putting in the effort, but eventually, you know, even if it goes sideways, you want to see the recapturing and the reconfirmation. If you were lucky, you get a luxurious second local test. And that's where you manage your risk appropriately, because you know your upside is easily 10 cents. So again, forget this being Moodin coin, little baby hippo from China. Think about this as anything that exists on any market. Okay, universal, technicals. All right, this is implying buyers recapturing a level, then they're reconfirming its validity, and then once they do that, you could see markups to the next big level. So if they ever did that, your upside potential would be like 63%. So pay attention to Moodin coin if you want, but you'd have to wait for all this to happen. That takes time. Anyway, I don't even know why I'm here. Let's get out. Okay, we looked at the big ones, all the big ones today now. Like Dogecoin, I don't think there's really anything about Dogecoin that sticks out as great yet. No, it's kind of in its own crappy world. In its little midterm downtrend, tested a level of resistance. They could confirm a bottom here. They could. It would require higher prices on Bitcoin. Meh. Cardano, same situation. It's just, you know, you would want to see 64 cents again if we could help it, to get maybe a confirmation low to key level. We don't have it, so can't really take action with an edge yet. But then there are ones like Basic Attention Token. Very interesting. Still at that type 1 reaction. We're waiting on the reaction. Well, we just got ourselves a nice bullish engulfing candle. Still at that 886. And you're starting to see that across the markets, right? Where crappy, ideolated price action. But hey, they have not taken it way lower or anything. Like comp, just looking at these S coins, right? They're still chopping around here. They're not capitulating or anything. ETC is another one. It's like, dang, it's still there. 886. Across the markets, you're seeing this on these S coins. And KSM's another one. Whatever. KSM, who cares? I know, no one cares. But I'm just saying, like, right, you're right there. 886, and they're not rugging it here yet. Neo, Chinese S coin. Same thing. And you know what's kind of cool about this? $10, 10.08. Let's see here. I mean, that's just like a support from November 2023, January 2024. Like they're kind of defending that right now. And it's just interesting, right? You have an M shape completed here. Look, you tell me, is it my opinion or are these the things that have happened on this chart? The M shape completes 886. Okay, type 2 return. 886. There it is. It's not my opinion. It just happened.
Kevin tipped $26.18. Any edge on Lumen here?
Kev in. Thank you for the 2618. Whoa, that's the super deep Fibonacci retrace extension. Thank you, dude. Or Fibonacci extension, not retrace extension. No, just the extension. Wow. Thank you for the 2618. We'll look. But on Neo, 886, did it reverse here? Yeah, it did eventually. And then what happened? The whole thing reset, and what'd you do? 88% retrace. What'd it do? Ended up reversing there. And now you just got like the idea of another 886, and you're just sitting there, and it kind of looks interesting. I bet you go to the 4 hour, more candles, it looks kind of pretty, maybe. It's almost like you got one low, and now you're getting confirmation of accumulation, like from this low to this low, like, you know. But that's what Solana kind of looked like too before it collapsed. So, yeah, you don't know if you can trust these because the time scale is so insignificant. But that's there. That's the 88% retrace. And you got 1 and 2 here. Both these are higher than this candle close. So it's just interesting, right? They're still maybe working on that type 1 reaction. Maybe off this you get a reaction, which would be higher, but probably just another lower high and you roll over later. So cool to see, you know, on these alts, we've made progress. You got to wonder, is this where we're going to maybe rally? I mean, the upside, they could take this thing to 1330. Wow. Okay, so I'm just, again, here to give you the updates. There haven't been many updates, have there? It's been terrible price action over and over and over every day. But I'm just trying to keep you apprised. Storage is really interesting because of the weekly. The weekly is like you are type 2 returning. It's kind of unbelievable. But yeah, price action not really been great. I mean, they pumped it and it's just completely given back. But dang, man, that is phenomenal looking. I don't know how you just say it's not incredible, you know. 28 cents, 30 cents. Wow. Easy to set up a stop loss, right? Below 25 cents. And your target's 75 cents, $1.23. But yeah, I mean, whatever. We're talking about scam coins here. We're not trying to say this is a good project. I don't give a crap about storage. I'm just looking at the technicals. Yeah, all right. So, yeah, same thing. We keep looking. You know, what's kind of interesting? XLM. It's not a harmonic or anything. It's just price action to a level. It's kind of interesting.
Big Earl super chatted $30. A gander at Sui, kind sir.
What's up, Big Earl? Thanks for 30, dude. Yeah, we'll look at Sui. SUIE. It's AI coin. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they could just continue rugging this. Sure. It's got a lot lower. You know how it is. Incomplete M shape. Then give me 10 cents, 11 cents, or 12, 13 cents for an 886. Yeah, I know. But dang, man, like, if that's not going to happen if they're going to, as you can see what they're doing here, they're like 31 cents is being like defended and then like formally tested. You got a bullish engulfing candle with a follow through candle yesterday. It's kind of interesting.
I just bought more micro. I saw a bottom support. Can you chart me a chart for micro/used?
What's up, VODs? Thank you, dudes. Due to parity, the euro is just not what it used to be. So you're about €5 off. Sorry, man. It's 100% crowdsourced. No sponsorships. No rug pulls. No affiliate marketing links. You don't watch ads. It's just the rule. Okay. Anyway, thank you, dude. We will look at that. Just, you know. So again, anyway, on XLM, someone just, I mean, you could probably have the tightest stop loss of your life at 31 cents. I mean, that is stupidly tight, right? You might as well say you're stopped out already. But hey, if it never gets tripped, I mean, don't you think the upside could be pretty good? can't have that much hope or faith in it because of what this market's been like. But I'm just looking at local price action correlated to a December 19th low, right? I mean, you see it, so it's interesting. But yeah, you got like a supply line here, like 1 and 2. Here's another test. There was an up thrust failed breakout attempt, and then they reconfirmed its validity as resistance, and then it rolled over. But now the buyers have recaptured a level, and they're kind of confirming it, and it's like, getting real close to, I guess you could call this an apex, right? A horizontal line. It's almost like descending triangle behavior. So you're either going to get wrecked and it's going to dump to freaking 17 cents probably, or this is where it bottoms. So just saying, it's interesting. And what I like kind of about it a little bit is the strength of XRP. Like if XRP ends up doing the thing, you know, like, wow, its outperformance yesterday is going to catch follow through. Well, you know this thing will resolve up. So it's just something we're theory crafting here, man. We're trying to make sense of this S-coin scam market, right? And like, we're looking at some decent technicals, I guess. We just know like the line in the sand is 30 cents, 31 cents. You would not want to own. You have a strong argument to not own XLM below 30 cents. But above, with this price action, you have an argument. You could literally strategize a stop loss, an entry, and some take profits on the way up if it did resolve up, okay? You just do. So, okay, cool. Yeah, Tezos is really interesting. It's so interesting because it's like, okay, they completed the M shape on the liquidation event day, February 3rd, but then they recaptured it, and then they're just testing it once and they're testing it twice, and it's like you're above it. It's very kind of good price action, and it's not a joke of a level. It is a very, very real level. I mean, this is like, you cannot argue with the existence of this level, okay? I mean, it is legit on Tezos, above 82 to 86 cents. Your target is 145. Just like on the way down, the target was 86 cents. So it's like an XLM situation where it's like, we don't really know what's going to happen, but you could have a stop loss just below 82 cents because your argument becomes strong and valid to not own it Tezos below 82 cents. But hey, if you never get stopped out, the upside potential is ridiculous. It's crazy. It's straight up and down and up and down and up and down. Like the only time it didn't get to 145 was to come check back the same level we're talking about right now that's being defended formally. So you see what I'm saying? Like, this is the best I can do in explaining situations. Remember, this M shape took how long to develop? Oh, well, it just took a cool 91 days to 3 months, man, to develop. And now look at this. Price action's really interesting there. Someone could take a shot. I mean, think about it. What your reward risk would be. You could even do it below like 82. You could do it below 86. But, I mean, you just think about it. How crazy would it be? 7-to-1 reward to risk. Remember, think about this asset. What did it do? Well, it just lost 64% of its value in 60 days. 2/3 of the M-shape's development, it was losing value. Ugh. But here we are. This is how you navigate the markets, not just crypto, but all markets. I mean, you have to be able to think critically and see what the price is doing over a little period of time at levels, and you got M-shapes backing you up a little bit. Of course, Bitcoin rolls over or something, you're probably going to do this, and then it might be an even better entry at 69 cents, 68 cents, but yeah, it's just right. We're just talking here, man, having a good time. 98.5 on Bitcoin on the new day, right? Very pretty. I mean, not all, or most aren't going to look like this. I'll tell you another one that's kind of interesting here is Tron. Yeah, it's not the best. I guess you're still making lower highs, lower lows a little bit, but not the candle closes. Anything above 22.5 cents is interesting. So I'm just keeping my eye on this one. This one was in a different league of price action. You know, this thing went to all-time highs or close enough to it, 45 cents, and then crashed. But man, a falling wedge broke out. Still broken out. Again, you got a level in the sand. You got an argument to own Tron above 22 cents. Your argument becomes to not own Tron below that level because you're probably going to 18 cents or lower. But yeah, it's just interesting. Okay. Excuse me. V-Chain, you know, doing that same little, oh, is that a potential bottom here? That's a morning doji star right there. February 19th and follow through today. But yeah, you would still want to see a nice test of that low. It's not as good as Tezos because Tezos you're seeing positive price action correlation to a level where here you are below the key level. You want to be above 3.3 cents, you're below it.
Immigrant Son super chatted $32.33. CRLBF.
Thank you so much, Immigrant Son, for the
32.33 repeating, of course.
We'll look at it. Isn't that a cannabis stock or something? I can't remember, man. I dream tickers, so it's like overload. And then here's total, right? Jonathan, how we doing on totals?
I like turtles.
Just the range, right? You're just stuck in a range, and what bad price action, but what do? They're just holding it. They're defending it once, and I can see it's discernibly 2 times, 1 and 2. I mean, I think that's pretty good for now. And if it caught follow through, then you would have 13% upside. So yesterday it was 15 to 17% upside. Now it's probably 13% upside because you were up 1.52% today. Just interesting, right? You're at the bottom of a range. You got M shapes completing on S coins. It's interesting. Interesting. You don't want to look at cannabis stocks. See if it holds, dude. And we can switch to stocks in a second. I just want to... We're just checking out some of these, you know. There's some that are just anomalous, like Litecoin's certainly an anomalous looking altcoin. Something's going on with it. Didn't have a good day yesterday because the day before was good, just like XRP. But now on the new day, it's up 2.2%. Wow. I mean, if they break that 137 level, we're going to see 184 most likely. And that's target 3 of the weekly trade setup. It was posted back in November. Maybe October. It was posted actually October 27th. So look, this is just where we are. You target 2. Look at the price. Look, people take profit at target 2, right? But then eventually the trend has reversed. The higher lows accumulation, and eventually they're going to break that level, and it's just going to be, you're going to get a crazy day. Litecoin will be on the thumbnail. People will be talking about it. Like, what the heck, Litecoin? And it was just running from one level of liquidity to the next. And it's not that crazy. But yeah, super strong right now. Not good for, like, harder to manage risk because you're at a resistance, but talking about its strength and its performance is pretty good here. It's up almost 3% on the new day. Everyone have an alert set up above 37.75 because that's a big breakout point. I mean, that's huge. Swing low, swing high, reversal from 2019, reversal from 2022. That's a big deal, man. And it was evident. It's been evident since before even December 4th, right? That's why it was target 2 of that trade setup. That's how we constructed that being target 2. And you can see 3 different times now it's been tested over the course of 3 months. or 2 months, whatever. Yeah, have your alert set up on it. Stuff like Avalanche, big ol' M shape completing near levels. I mean, these are big levels here. Maybe we're just still waiting on the type 1 reaction to occur. It hasn't happened yet. You have not seen a type 1 reaction on any of these alts. I mean, I think Bitcoin, I think this little M shape here, that's enough to say type 1 reaction. That's good enough. But yeah, type 2 would take us all the way back down to 92, 91K. It would exhaust this market. People would be done. The few people left in this market would just give up if we went back down one more time to 90K, 91K. Oh my God. Adam, same thing. It's just crazy how good it looks. It's so freaking textbook, and it took 90 days to develop, and you're just sitting here. And it's like we're just waiting on a reaction.
Micro/USD.
Fod, thank you, dude, for that. Yeah, we'll look at it now. Yeah. Well, we haven't looked at any requests yet, so it's like I was skipping it. But thank you, man. Really appreciate it. Okay, so you get it. That's where we are. Crypto, not much change, but hey, we're maybe in an interesting spot because of this, the M shapes. S&P that had an all-time high yesterday. They've taken it just one more day, right? As you've done on the 14th and the 18th, you did today. What was once resistance all-time highs from December 6th is support again. They're holding it, but barely. Almost could be hanging man situation. Yeah, it could also be an up thrust. This could be the highest risk area ever, because if they don't sustain prices above 609 and 8 cents, then yeah, you have max downside potential. So let's just pay attention. You still this sucks, right? I mean, this is what happens. This is how the market gets complacent and you start thinking, oh, I'm not afraid anymore. This bearish deep crab pattern, type 1, type 2, oh, I guess it's invalid. No, it's not even close to invalid. So why are we diverging now all of a sudden on the daily? Here's your high on price, right? 610. Here's your slightly higher high on price and substantially lower levels of positive momentum. I mean, you're still starting to show buyers are exhausted up here. I believe it. I mean, pretty garbage. Not much follow through yet, but in before tomorrow we pump it. Okay, so it's still not a good level to be longing anything fresh of like the big market players, okay? The market drivers. It's still just not great. And if you got a higher high double top, oh my God, dude. Wouldn't be good. It'd be a good performance to the downside. But yeah, I know, whatever. Just even talking about potential reversals because of technicals on the S&P is crazy, right? It's crazy because look how psychotic this is. It's just, since 2022, we've just been running 2.5 years plus of number go up. Dow Jones, remember, it was starting to look flaggy, but dang, man. Lowest daily candle close on Dow Jones industrial average since January 22nd. Okay, so this W shape that's completed, it's starting to roll over some, but it doesn't mean tomorrow we can't just pump. Oh my God. But like, again, these are just things to help you navigate a little better. It's just like, well, I have some fresh cash. Should I be longing the Dow Jones or things on the Dow Jones when the index fund is showing like a W shape completing? No, it's probably not the best time to do that. You're wanting to see pullbacks and dragon. Remember, we had a bullish dragon here, a low, then a slightly lower low, and you were diverging. Okay, that makes more sense. Gap fill. This is higher risk. Nebulous upside potential. And you're paying premium. You're paying all-time high premium, the highest level of premium you ever paid on Dow Jones ever. Ever. Because all-time highs, yep. Okay, NASDAQ. There you go, man. Another day, and that's the inability from buyers at all to break that supply line. Where you think, is that a flag? Could be, but just more of the same, up against resistance, but can't break it. And how did it? I mean, look, that's call that evening star. You could call that that's kind of an evening star or a hanging man to a degree. And now you caught follow through on it. I mean, there could be a lot of downside, but whatever. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just being like, look, man, you're looking at completing extension W shapes, and we're still not broken out. We're still just hanging around, unable to catch bids to higher levels. So yeah, we'll look at the Mag 7, including Nvidia, that was unable to do its thing either. It's kind of similar-ish price action. Here, Russ 2000. Yeah, after failing to break 230, good luck. You would probably want 213. But this trend's been so good, all the higher lows, but now you're not making higher highs anymore. You're now making lower highs. But yeah, hard to manage risk here. So I'm just saying 230, 213 are the levels where you could try to construct a plan, but you're in between them. So it's kind of like Bitcoin. Oof. All right. So speaking of Nvidia, now it's not like, horribly ruined and it's all over for Nvidia, but you just spent another day after a couple days ago filling the gap from the DeepSeek AI China. You ended that crazy green daily streak, right? Fill the gap, but then you also confirmed, okay, for the first time since breaking it, okay, you have now confirmed what was once resistance from June of last year. It's now resistance again, and it's resistance yesterday, and it's resistance today, and it had a really nice rally off the lows for sure, and closed at its highest level since January 24th. Crazy stuff. But it did not close above 140.75. No. You still could be putting in the argument for hidden bearish divergence. You still could be looking at the rule of three. The third peak resolution becomes probable, more probable after that third peak locally. So the verdict is still out. It's like you really want to be paying attention to Nvidia because 140.75 is a big deal. It's the biggest deal right now. Clearly, the market participants are telling us it's a big battleground, and you really want to start making higher highs again. You do not want to make another lower high, which you're maybe working on. And you do have earnings coming up on the 26th. That is Wednesday of next week. So that's going to be crazy too. You want to say uncertainty, throw in some earnings. Flip your coins. Probably going to be 10% implied volatility, meaning like whichever way it breaks on earnings after hours, going 10% up or down. Have fun, man. That's your Nvidia. Got to break that. You haven't done it yet, even though it's so close. People today might just be like, oh, we're good, man. No problem. Nvidia is so strong. But it's like, have you done the technical event yet? Remember, technical events are important. A technical event would be buyers recapturing the level, and we get a daily candle close confirming price above that level. You didn't do it. Dang. That was Nvidia. That was your top gainer of the Mag 7, believe it or not. You know what's next? Apple. Highest daily candle close confirmed on Apple since December 31st. Wow, the highest daily candle close of 2025 on Apple. So still running, but maybe getting a little gassed. The price action's kind of just, you know what it is. It's a little
etiolated.
But yeah, I mean, I think probably 260 eventually for a second test or whatever. You know, there's nothing on the oscillators that implies the buyers are exhausted. Just the price action's kind of weak. But this is 7 green candles in a row. Dude. All right. My music's not. Excuse me. Microsoft, okay, it was up 0.33% today. Still below 420, 430, 433. Those are lines in the sand, okay? I need, in the 200-day moving average, I need the price to be above all those levels to feel better. Okay. All the highs we've seen since September of 2024 are all lower than the highest high we saw in July. So nothing to really do if you're a swing trader. It's kind of doesn't make sense. You got to recapture some levels to get really full on bullish again. Who's a Andrew Taylor, man? Oh, it's a 7.43% IV. Okay. Yeah, meh. Nothing burger on Microsoft. Google down 0.38%. Still ideolated price action at the resistance support gap fill from July last year, sitting there. You don't hold this, you go straight on down to 175 for a real gap fill from December 9th. That's it. Just nothing really going on it. It hasn't moved much since the gap down on earnings. I mean, it's continued down a little bit more, but they're trying to defend resistance as support, and that's it. Meta, after that bearish engulfing candle, got follow through yesterday. It caught more follow through today. Lowest daily candle close confirmed on Meta since January 31st. All right, just correcting some, pulling back finally, and it was overdue, right? Overdue. Amazon down 1.65%. Figure type 1, type 2 maybe. Lowest daily candle close confirmed on Amazon since January 16th. Right? You're at these extensions, these W-shaped extension patterns completing. I mean, type 1, type 2, it's like you just can't be surprised if you get pullbacks. You just can't, even if they're going higher than the pattern completion zones. Tesla, the worst performer of the 7. Still nothing to do. We've discussed what you would want to do. Okay, it chomps around. Okay, then it dumps again. You would want another dump. You would want one of these two levels tested, and then you would want it to reconfirm and holds. You want something like that, okay? You want to see weakening price action from the swing lows, right? Just shortening of thrust, and then you want to start seeing buyers come in and start showing their hand, show evidence that there's more than before locally. You don't have that yet. And Tesla hasn't seen positive momentum truly since December 24th. And that didn't even count. Let's just say December 20th, really. It's just been negative momentum the entire year, 2025. And we are going on March. We are just 10, 11 days removed from March. Yikes. It's been real bad. And you can look at the yearly candle and probably see that. The 1 year candle, each candle represents 365 days. And there it is, right? Not a good year so far on Tesla. Tesla down 12.24% since the year began. And just last year, right, January 31st, it becomes the first, December 31st, January 1st, boom, highest monthly or highest yearly candle close in human history. And now you're just doing this. It's all good. They keep it down a little bit more, whatever. Give me a technical reason to own it. We don't have it yet. For risk management stuff, you don't have it. You want to wait till we get to 300. 300 would be better. It just would be. Looking left, you know it's a crazy important level. You want to see price action correlate there. Got to wait and see. It's like Bitcoin. We want 92. We want 100K. We got to have levels. Nova Spark. It's not just the wedge, right? It's all these other things. We need price action that would give us evidence that the sellers are losing steam and momentum, and we don't really have that yet. We want evidence the buyers are recapturing momentum, and we don't have that yet. So there's just, even if it pumped tomorrow, congratulations being at the casino and you got in and it hit. Tails never fails on the coin flip. Great. All right, so those are your Mag 7s. So, you know, someone would be asking me, like, on Nvidia, do you think that buyers will recapture 140.75? Do I think? My stance is I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. But I do know breaching that level would make me feel a lot better about this asset for much higher prices. But at the same time, all bets are off because earnings are in 6 days. And earnings, okay, right? Every quarter, a company reports how much money they made, their revenue, all that, okay? And it's all after hours trading. And so you don't know, even if the earnings are blockbuster amazing, the market could have already priced in that there were going to be good earnings, and the stock price plummets after hours with the market closed. So it's like, that is another level of gambling, and you got that coming up in 6 days. So there's not much to do on this one but to wait for that to end, even if they recapture 140, because we could be above 140 going into earnings and they report and it's good, but everyone thought and knew it was going to be good, so it dumped. So yeah, it is definitely, you got casino gambling on Nvidia right now. Okay. Sorry, I just wanted to go over that for a second so people don't get too confused. Well, real quick, man, you know, we didn't even talk about it. Today, what happened on gold? All-time highs. Highest price ever seen. Highest daily candle close ever. And what did we do? The diamond top continuation, high to low. We hit the 1618, the golden mean ratio. Perfect. And we did not, you know, we tested it and pulled back. So that's where we are. I mean, you'd think maybe a reaction here. If not, they keep it going, then 3,000. But this is definitely a level where we catch a reaction. You get a short wave down. You get a rally, attempted rally. I mean, but gold, though, what happens when we go, you know, Elon goes and checks out Fort Knox soon. And there's just a bunch of gold spray painted bricks. And he talks about it. This thing might go insane. Might be, screw your technicals. We're going to 4K now. I mean, my God.
Straight tip $25. JD had some strong moves in the options world today, but can we do a dealer's choice? Surprise me. Also Jonathan Nation.
Stray, thank you, dude, for the 25, man. Can we look at something that I picked? Dealer's choice. I like that. JD.com. Well, China, right? The Chinese stocks look pretty good, man. I mean, they've been looking good. It's just, wow, the development's taking so long. Silver, real quick. Perhaps you've heard of it. Silver, highest daily candle close confirmed yesterday since October 30th. So hype in the freaking chat. Technical engulfing candle too, but you know that above 32.50 long enough, your target is easily back to 34.85 for a test of that high from late October. Very good. Silver and gold doing things together. Eventually way higher on silver. Okay, it's just how it is. Long-term uptrend, undeniable, very strong. Okay, so we gotta talk about this, man, because it's like just Alibaba. Speaking of China, it was a loan October. Was it October? No, it was not even October, dude. It was a loan August 5th. That was the carry trade panic. Okay. What happened today on Alibaba? Well, all we did was identify the stuff that H.M. Gartley himself was identifying 100 years ago. Yeah, 1920s, H.M. Gartley. Finding the M shapes and W shapes. Well, here it is, the Gartley itself, and then the accumulation structure after the completion of that Gartley, and then the recapturing of that 2022 low. And was just perfect. So easy to manage your risk, chat. We don't act like we know where an asset's going next. We just know the M-shaped phenomenon, and we know where to set our stop loss. And do you think the stop loss ever got triggered? It didn't. We knew, though, if it never got triggered, we had max upside potential. And what happened today? 138.71 ohm. Well, there it was. Target 3 of the trade setup was officially hit today. We're not even done yet. Target 4, 164. We're not done. We got a gap fill.
Yulia Guskoski tipped $25. Oyo Mitch, can you take a look at PLS on the ASX please and thank you.
PLS, not Pulse Chain, on Australian Stock Exchange. The ASX finally, put in a third peak. Reminds me of Bitcoin in 2021. One peak, second peak, third peak. It's been dumping. It's like 3 drives almost, the ASX. We can look at it. For sure. Thank you so much. Good to see you. Fellow admin. Okay, so Baba, man, let's freaking go. I mean, what do you want? It's like, this is why you're here, right? I mean, isn't this the stuff like that? Hey, man, I need value from this stream. Well, it's like, the value was put in August 5th. But you can't say, I had started identifying this Gartley in December 2023. It took an entire year for more construction. Right, that's what we're talking about, though. That's like why it's not just about the M shape. It's about what happens at the M shape's completion zone. Well, dang, man, classic accumulation structure, local spring back tests, confirmation lows, like all kinds of stuff. Like, and then you get target 1, and then you almost get target 2. Then look at that crazy pullback, and then target 2 gets hit. Target 3 within like 4 days of target 2 getting hit, target 3 gets hit, and then you never know. This looks definitely like maybe they're topping it out and we're going to reverse for another pullback. But, I mean, if it's just going to, because this is an overhead resistance for sure. That's why it was target 3. Because it was just this swing high from January 2022. There could be supply there. There was, by the way. But if, like, they keep it going, your gap fill right there, 162. But I'm just like, people just forget about these things, and then they, like, time goes by, and it's like maybe you didn't have the patience to give a crap, and it took us, like from the entry August 5th. I said on the trade setup, if the world doesn't end, this is a really good value trade. I mean, it's up 82%, but it took 200 days. So it's like, it just sits in your portfolio. You don't have to have options. You just have a spot, own a position in it, nothing crazy. I think that helps your portfolio, right? Buying and owning stuff like this. So I think you got higher prices eventually. Okay. So nice stuff, dude. Really nice. Baba did it. It did it, man. Blade, dude, I'm telling you, Blade is on to something. And I'm just looking at some random stocks before we get into these requests. But, dude, this symmetry, this complexity, this is beautiful. This is like artwork. like if they can keep the price above the 200, above 348 a little bit longer, we start testing 420 again. I mean, maybe earnings does it because you do have earnings coming up, but like it's just interesting. I mean, March 18th, so we still got time. We got another month for earnings on this one, but this is called the backup. If you have Wyckoff accumulation, this is the BU, all right? And so buyers are holding. You break 420, this thing, I mean, I'm thinking it could very well go into 7 or 680, 966. This could double, triple in value. It's beautiful. Okay, you don't see many assets that look this symmetrical. That's the word for it. So just please don't forget about BLDE. You know, it hasn't yet begun to do the markup, but to me it looks like it's getting closer and closer to resolve. So no, PLTR was not covered. We can look at it real quick. I know that one's been crazy. Yeah, it was down. Bearish engulfing. Well, not even quite engulfing. It was just the, you know, Trump administration's cutting the Pentagon's budget. So dump on that, and then it dumped again, but then rallied. And this gap here seems like it'll probably fill maybe tomorrow. So it could have just a major reaction after a crazy run. Some people freaked out and sold because of that news, and it doesn't look like it caught much legs today, right? It went all the way down to 96.50 and closed at 106.27. So off its lows today, PLTR recovered 10.75%. So it's volatile still. Yeah. All right, so that's it. We looked at that. Okay, cool. Cool story, bro. So we do have some requests, though. Let's get into them. I want to look at more, but it's like... if I get into more, it's like I'm just getting like QBTS. Like, holy crap. I mean, we're going for a gap fill, probably 953. Remember quantum computing? Remember, this is an old chat. I'm just saying, right? Remember Baba? Well, dang, dude, QBTS isn't really much different at all, except instead of a Garley, it's a shark pattern. Instead of a 786 and a lower high on C, it's a higher high on C with an 886. I mean, do you remember? We're not here fortune telling. We're just here identifying structures, identifying price action correlated to old levels. And we're just here to construct low risk, high reward trading plans. We don't act like we know if they will play out. We just know when the things we identify give us an edge on the market. Not like crazy, but something like this is like pocket aces. And those pocket aces paid out like crazy. And it obviously hit all three conservative normal targets and went in psycho, right? And this could continue. I mean, same thing with ACHR. We don't know what we're getting into on some of these. This is like composite operators buying some of this stuff, and these are like the new technologies, like AI and quantum computing and AI combined aerospace and defense. Like that's what some of these companies are that we're identifying some of these M shapes on. It's like, look what they're doing. They're going nuts. So I didn't know what ACHR was when I identified, you know, and GDog and people in our community had identified all that stuff. We didn't really know. We're just like, dang, this is just an ungodly trade setup. Same with this. Sharknado people in our community just finding these things. And it's just like, we don't know. Oh, it's quantum computing finding out, right? D-Wave. Okay, so now let's go to requests. First one was LCX for Grub. S-Coin. Well, there was an M shape. Dude, again, it's the 886. What do you want, man? It just does that. Like it could be stocks, it could be crypto, it could be commodities. 886s, it happens. And this one, you would have preferred, like you probably would have really wanted like another higher low or an inverse head and shoulders or something, but they just blasted this thing off. And now look at it, strong. I mean, it didn't make an 886, but it made a 786. Low, to high, not even a 786. Back above that 200 moving average, and there's probably supply line here. It's just been in a correction. Don't know how we would anchor it though. Would I guess like this? I don't know. And yeah, maybe they're trying to break it out. It's just a channel, right? Just a consolidation structure, and it could test this and roll over. It would probably be better. Like, I'm just being real. This is very strong. I mean, this is incredible. Like, look how it started. 886, really? So it would be better, right? If it like rolled over and then we got a test here. Oh my God, something like that would be so good, because you'd get the 88% retrace, you get the deep value perceived area, and maybe we get a form of confirmation down there. But hard to say it's actionable right now, because it's coming off of a little run, and it wasn't really happening at key supports at all. I guess it was happening at the swing high from January 2023. So yeah, I mean, cool that it's up, but it's just kind of rallying. But even still, you would want it to come back down for a second test. But yeah, nice trend on this one. It's been correcting for 2 months, straight correction, lower highs, lower lows. Signs of accumulation. That's right, Grub. But could be better entry, right? We could be a little bit lower. INT for B, Jimmy. INTC. Intel Corporation, man. Well, all we can say was there was a time and a place to look at Intel, and it was 10 days ago. Again, I say bread and butter because it's like, oh yeah, one test, no one knows. Second test, everyone knows. Positive price action. We recaptured 1971 after days of trying. Undeniable bullish divergence on the MACD histogram. That's it, right? If you recapture that level and you never get stopped out, your upside is at least 25.31. It just is. If you exceeded that, you get target 2. It'd be the gap fill at 28.92, 29.01. You're not there yet. And then after that, bonus 34.36. So there it is. I mean, we've hit target 1. All they did today was pretty much back test the breakout as support. They back test the 200-something moving average as support. It's very strong still. Look what's going on. Look at this. Something's going on, and it's 2483 to 2546 swing low from October 2022, December 2022, March 2023. That is where it reversed, right? They have recaptured that level, and today, right, they are confirming its validity when it was once support, right? It was before running higher. It's being confirmed as support again today, and they engulfed yesterday's red candle. So that was a bearish inside bar. So they invalidated a bearish Japanese candlestick reversal, and we're holding the level. So there could be, if the implications are positive resolution of that, then target 2 is on deck. Target 2, and then target 3, maybe soon after. So target 1 of 3 hit, very close to target 2, and target 3 is up here. That's it. And it was all off of just simple confirmation low. Simple stuff. Okay. That's your INTC. Thales did it. Kev N wanted to see Lumen. I think it's on my watch list. Go through it. I don't think it really stuck out as crazy. Lumen technology. Nah. Well, there was a time. Well, I wonder if we have any sort of memory of this. No, I don't think so. Well, yeah, I mean, I think in a live stream we have it from July 31st, and that makes sense. But yeah, something like this, not much to really do, right? I mean, you're probably like, hey, look at this M shape. Any edge, Kevin asks. I don't see an edge. Old company. They're testing the 200 moving average. There's some nice bullish divergence on the MACD, but I just don't. I mean, what if they go fill the gap at 268? You know, it's kind of like you missed it. It had such, look, dude, it went up. In 133 days, it went up almost 1,000% in value. Anytime that happens, man, you can't. You got to know, hey, that was the comet, okay? That was the Lumen technology comet, okay? Why you say technology?
Technology.
Down 3.89% today, right at that 200 moving average, maybe 405. But yeah, I would just say nah, because there's no local confirmation lows, nothing like that. I would just have to hit space bar. But hey, man, you can try to play the divergence, but where are you setting your stop, you know? No evidence you're going to get a pronounced rally, if it was anything, if it reacted. Because again, you always looking for confirmation lows locally. Locally meaning like, here's a wave down. Okay, a wave down, and then you see a reaction and then a reversal, and it's dude, it's legitimately, it's this. It was 1 and 2. We were playing the confirmation low, visible and discernible on the 3-day. That was the 3-day chart on Intel. So you want to see it. You don't have that, right? No local forms of confirmation, so it's not actionable. You don't have an edge. Okay, anyway, thank you, dude. Okay, next request. Let me check my notes here. SUI for Big Earl. But dude, it was SUI. It was gonna take over the world. Dang, man. I mean, pretty strong. Pretty freaking strong here. Look at this crap, man. This is wild. Okay, so SUI actually, you have nothing here. There were no back tests. I mean, maybe on the liquidity event from this high here to this low, maybe they tested it. It was close. But dang, all we can do now is we're in another world. If you were trying to manage risk, all you can do is say this. This is your support resistance, anything around you. That's all you have. Okay, it's really nice price action correlation to this newly manufactured level from late November. 297 to 319. Above that, you're golden, right? You could construct a trading plan. Like, sucks that you missed. You're requesting it today. You didn't request it yesterday when it wasn't up 7%. You didn't request it yesterday when it was only up 5% at this level. But right, say today or yesterday didn't happen and you were just trying to long the engulfing. Wouldn't it be so easy? Wouldn't it be just like this? I think it'd be like that. I think you would target like that. It's too bad though. You know, it's like, well, what do you want me to do when it's up 7.5% off that? You see one bottom that we just looked at, local confirmation lows. You're kind of seeing one, and it's at this level. So if you're watching the local confirmation lows at key levels.
Thanks for all you do, Kangs.
DeMills, thanks for 25, man. Yeah, we'll look at Fiverr maybe, or just, no, I think it's just 5. I don't know. Jackson 5. Right, target 1 and 2. And then you could fib extension for target 3. That'd be all-time highs. But that's how you could play it if you wanted. You see 1, you see 2. Incredible strength. Really. It's a nice mild correction after 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's Shognonymous.
Sharknonymous tipped $25. Wolf please seems to have held that 1995 and 97 top in around 5.36, but it was dicey for sure. New developments though.
Shark Anonymous stands at 25. Sure, we'll take a look, man. Or person. Thank you. Take a gander. That is all I can tell you, Big Earl, about SUI. What does this mean? Unfortunately, the candle. I'm doing this for education, right? Education, because like, what can you do now? You buying now is like, well, you're 7% off of the best entry, unfortunately. But we know there is an argument, a strong argument, to not own SUI if it falls below 297. That's all it means. If the price stays above 297, 320 long enough, you have a valid argument to own the asset. That's it. Falls below level, no more argument to own. If it stays above it long enough, you have an argument to own it to these price objectives. That's it. Hype in the chat for SUI. Can't believe it. Okay, micro for FOD. But we were gonna micro, man. Micro on mix. You didn't tell me. Well, I mean, something like this. It's kind of like, well, why weren't you requesting this yesterday? Thing went up 114% yesterday, not today. It's down 5.2% today. I don't know. Like, what do you want me to do? When an asset goes up 114% in a day, let's be real though. At the highs, it was up 161% in a day.
You ever look at DJI/gold on the ultra long time frame? Makes me question if the risks of the stock market even outweighs you holding gold. Yeah.
Greg P, thanks, dude. No, I don't really look at Dow Jones paired against gold, but interesting, man. Maybe. Yeah, not much I can tell you besides it got 99% retrace on the 19th, made its lowest daily candle close since December 26th, the lowest daily candle close not just of the downtrend, but also of the year 2025, and then Scam Coin pumped. So I'm not really sure what to tell you about it. I mean, I'm not going to say go take action on it after it's up 114% in a day. I have nothing to do. I can't really tell you to long it at all. I mean, maybe we can just draw some lines here for fun. I guess they broke a supply line maybe on the 17th, and there you go. Whatever. Yeah, dude, it's micro. It's like it's not on any reputable exchange. It's probably pumped by one person that did this. And all the gains will probably be gone. I mean, they probably won't hold on to these gains. So I don't know what to tell you, man. There's just nothing I can do, right? There are times when it's actionable, and there are times when it's like, wow, you're requesting it not because it's actionable. You're requesting it because it pumped 114%. So there's nothing I can do. CRLBF. It was a cannabis stock. My memory did not betray me. And this one was awesome at one time. It really was. It was way back in the money printing era, the crazy money printing era. It was the inverse head and shoulders. Yeah, inverse head and shoulders. Remember Matthew D, October 2020, and it ran up all-time highs. Then it crashed, and it's like, dude, no. The answer is no. Immigrant son, just no. No. Terrible trend. Redistribution, lower highs, lower lows, lowest low, lowest high. If you're below $1, you're garbage. If they recapture $1, let's talk. Let me know, when it recaptures $1, 109. But until then, it's terrible. Nothing to talk about until you recapture $1. And it's a terrible trend, and it's not your friend, and there's no evidence of a composite operator accumulating this. There's no composite operator conducting a buying campaign. So But yeah, let's talk about if they recapture dollar. Okay, that will be new data that can maybe make me talk more about it. But until then, nay. Stray wants a dealer's choice. Dealer's choice. Well, I brought this one up already. I don't think people are going to like it. You know what? Let's see here. You know what? Let's do this one. Applied Materials. All hope's lost, chat. It's over for AMAT because of bad earnings. But wait. Right? A level got violated by the sellers. But in the preceding days, there was zero follow through. In fact, the buyers immediately recaptured the level. You got a bullish inside bar to recapture 171.64. And a follow through candle. And today, clearing the entire inflection zone with a close. Unfilled gap at 184. So in this situation, look what you're really kind of doing here. Are you confirming accumulation? Because that's all I see now. Right, that was enough to, oh no, it's over, screw AMAT. No way. Because there's no follow through from sellers. Buyers completely recaptured the range here, and maybe tomorrow it's gone, but that's the data we have. And unfilled gap just sitting at 184. Another unfilled gap at 196, 213. You have targets. The top of the range is 213. That is your target. Your upside potential, if this lasts, if this is real, what we are identifying is valid. Okay. Upside potential on AMAT, just the top of this range here, is 21.5%. This is the lowest risk area to be taking positions. So it's not about the breakdown itself. It is about the follow through price action we receive after the bearish breakdown. And what was the follow through? Literally zero. Literally bullish inside bar reversal that caught follow through. You're not dead yet on AMAT. So that's right there. The dealer's choice. I think that's interesting, right? Gotta ping the peoples on that. Dealer's choice. Yeah, you can dealer's choice me, right? You can tip and you can be like, hey, this pumped 100% today. You know what? I'll defer to you to find me something cool like this. That's fine. Whatever. I'll find something. Okay, next request on the list, thanks again, Stray, was PLS for Julia. ASX. It's Bruce Foxton.
Bruce Foxton tipped $26. Mayor of Greenbow. Are the streets getting snow? RIP to jam drummer Bruce Foxton. Can you look at Filecoin, please? Thanks, Mitchell. Boomer sooner.
Thank you. The Ramistan hit the Paternoster or something. Okay, that's how I'll respond to you. Yeah, plenty of snow in Greenbow. Bustling. We got a population of 22 million. High rises everywhere. Cranes everywhere. Come on down to Greenbow, Alabama, okay, if you want to visit the most prosperous city in America.
Bruh. Is that a joint?
Thank you. Okay. Pila Bara Minerals Limited. Very limited due to... wow. I'll just say this, okay? In one clip, it will be...
Very bad, boys. Very bad.
Pila Bara Minerals. Very well established bear trend. Very bearish price action correlation to levels that should have been support resistance are now resistance again. Okay, support, resistance. It's a zone of inflection from history. It's been confirmed as resistance again. So let me ask, Julia, is there any evidence that the composite operator himself is conducting a buying campaign here? I would say, sweet mother of God, no. You just put in 2 days ago the lowest low of the entire multi-year bear trend. That's what happened. But yeah, sure. Caught a little reaction off a swing low from June of 2022. But that is not near enough of an argument to take a long on an asset. You know what these things eventually end up doing. 88% retrace. X, A, B, C, C to D. Until we start seeing higher highs, higher lows consecutively, you got to stay hands off, right? You could try to play divergence. I know what you see the swing low, the slightly lower low. You probably get a reaction, okay? But it'll end up making a lower high, rolling over. But the problem is, it's not just about the underperformance you'd probably receive if you did get a reaction off the bullish divergence. It's the fact that it might not have any reliability. If you're trying to identify bullish divergence after key levels broken, retested, you just hit the lowest low in 3 years plus, the 3-year plus downtrend, it just may not be reliable. The divergence could just, negative momentum's building again. I mean, you certainly aren't oversold. You're at 42. You're a lot of downside potential on the RSI. So earnings was today. I don't know if they reported or not, but you just can't own assets that have trends that are so well established like this. But someone will be like, dude, it's a falling wedge. Okay, I mean, maybe it's a falling wedge, but it doesn't mean it can't go way lower. But yeah, nice, huge wedge. Okay, they take it up to 292, and then it collapses again, 170. If you owned it, if Voldemort was there and he was like, you must own Pilbara minerals or you will die, but you can have a stop loss set up strategically to protect yourself. If he said that, then you would not want to own at all Pilbara below $1.98, $1.99. Okay, you just wouldn't. That's it. So thank you again, Julia. Yeah, dude, let's get some likes, dude. I don't even ask y'all for likes anymore, okay? Sub button, like, bell, sub, all that. Come on. Like, what the heck, man? Pfft. I don't ask for anything. Okay. 5 for DeMills. 5 below, okay. Oh, yeah, it's like a retail store. You're probably like, oh, is that a 3 rising valley? Is that an 886? Yeah, maybe. Got an inflection zone from history. I'm sorry, I have no memory of this chart. Here's your zone. Okay. You can see the swing high from 2013, swing low from 2017, the COVID crash low, the SCAR 4687. So you never, recently you've never seen that. You just saw an 886 and you're reacting. To me, I can't really sign off on it. I don't, like, this could just be bearish consolidation before marking down again. Right, it's like a bear flag. Below the 200 moving average still. Wouldn't you want this? This is where you want to see a 3 rising valleys. At a level of inflection that is undeniable, no one in the world could argue with its existence, right? You would want to see a 3 rising valleys here. This is just not, like, how are you going to manage your risk, bro? I don't think you can. So that's why you have to be hands off on this. I can't sign off on it. I don't like the way it looks yet. I want to see stuff at $47, $54. That's what I want to see. I think you'll eventually get there. And if not, I don't really care. Okay. Don't forget, there is accumulation and downtrends all the time. And that is what a bear flag is. Thank you again to Mills. Wolf speed on Wu-Tang. Shoot, dude. Let's go to the weekly. Bro, this is awful. We got to go all the way back to, yep, 1999. Guess what it's doing? It didn't hold the tops that I'm seeing. What you seeing? It is below the 1995 high. It is barely hanging on. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Okay, so we'll make it a zone. Okay. My issue, right? If I'm looking at BABA on the weekly, I mean, this would be, if you were longing this and on the recapturing of 789, you're just longing an exhaustion situation. You're not longing the composite man having conviction on an asset and accumulating over a long period of time. You're just buying something like LAC. Remember, LAC was one low, well, that's way lower low, and it was just exhausted, and so they recaptured. Okay, it had a good run, but it's just the rally just didn't sustain because there's just not enough evidence of someone accumulating a lot of it. So it just rolls over to retest later. So probably the best you'd get if it recaptured would be something like this. But then you would hope to God we'd get something like this. That would be over a long period of time. I mean, March 2026. You want something like that. Like this is just, there's not enough evidence there that you're going to get a pronounced rally if they did recapture 789. So even here, like, look at this. Like how much time it took. The swing low of 96 all through 97. Remember Beanie Babies, chat? We're killing. Man, this was the Beanie Baby era of all eras, okay? And they came back down one more time in 1998 to retest it, and it was gone, man. And then the bubble popped. Then Beanie Babies, you know, the bubble popped there too. I'm just saying, right? We're tripping through time, so it takes a couple years on stuff to look good on weekly time scales. You don't have it. Yeah, you could be like 1, 2, 3. Maybe they recapture it, but yeah, you want more. Yeah. But yeah, it's almost like 3 drives, maybe some 3 drives, some hopium, but it's not an accumulation. You're not longing it because there's accumulation. You're just longing the fact, the rule of 3. And on the third valley, there's 2 lows here maybe. But, dude, you got to recapture 789. Yeah, when wolf speed hits 55 when you're 96 years old, we'll see what you say. Yeah, dude, I know. All right, let's look at the Filecoin. Last 4 more requests of the stream. I've been live now, an hour and 45 minutes. If you are enjoying the live stream, I mean, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. You know, like if I'm going to ask for something, the only thing I'm going to ask for is likes, I guess, that you enjoy. You think I'm providing value, you hit the like button. It's simple. If I'm not providing value, why are you watching again? XRP, sorry, that's just an alert. It's making new lows. Not great. You don't want it to be below 265. That's not good. What the heck? Anyway, So Filecoin here, 100% retrace, no accumulation. My God, trading the same price it was trading at December 2022. What a joke. 2 years, right? Same thing. They pump it, they dump it. They pump it, they dump it. You got maybe got an M shape here, but they haven't reacted. There's been zero reaction. The oscillators don't even really look great. I don't really like this, but hey, you can't say it's not at the basement. If historically it's reversed here, maybe they do it again. And if they did, then maybe the target would be 480. But I don't know how long it'll take. Like we said, the altcoins, some of them, a lot of them have made progress completing M shapes over 90 days, but they have not shown us any forms of confirmation with those M shapes completing. You want local forms of confirmation, you don't have it yet. So we're still just kind of waiting on the alts to give us that form of confirmation that the bottom's in. We just don't have it yet, okay? That's all I can say on Filecoin. Thank you, Bruce. All right, sorry, I'm starving. I had like a full body workout today, leg day 2, so my brain's foggy. I'm tired. I'm starving. My stomach's eating itself right now. So just be empathetic that, okay, man's got to go and eat. A man's got to eat. Randy Bobandy. So again, Bitcoin today, it was a nice daily close above some of the levels we've been at throughout this month, the highest close since February 3rd, but no technical event has occurred yet. Technical event would be buyers recapturing a key inflection point, a supply line, something. Nothing yet. So you're still doing the exact same effing thing you've been doing since February 5th, really since February 3rd. Or February 2nd for that matter, chopping in between levels of chop. You haven't seen the top again, you haven't seen the bottom again. So thanks for the likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. Hopefully I added some value to your day. If not, meh, what are you gonna do? I did my best. And don't let anyone tell you your best is not enough, because it is. So until next time, respect the TA.